is Alexander. Shabbat for three. Bingo!
Curry will get it for the win. Got it! He is hard to believe.
Here's Jordan.
The Magic, a 360 turn with the dribble. Magic down the middle. Gives underneath the Worthy. Slam dunk.
Third in the corner. Double fake.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Dime Dropper Western Conference Finals post-game recaps. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe on YouTube at Dime Dropper Podcast, Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify, and of course, to follow us on all social media platforms at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Dime Dropper Pod. So, tonight, we're going to be talking about one game. I said I would watch a little bit of the Warriors Mavs game 2, some of the tape back, but I didn't get a chance to do that, sadly. However, what I clearly saw was that in the second half, or the Mavs were making all their three-pointers in the first half of game 2, and in the second half, you saw the Curry flurry, you saw a little bit of Jordan Poole, Klay started making shots, and I saw Kevon Looney switching on a Luka and doing a really good job last game in the second half. But I didn't watch it with, as I said in the last episode, I didn't get to watch it with the magnifying glass, like I would normally at home. I was out. So this game, though, I watched very thoroughly. Game 3, Warriors, Mavs. You already know how it is, Dime Dropper fan. When you're down 2-0 in a series, that is must-win city. It was must-win city for Dallas, and they did not get it done. More than just not getting it done, I did not like the way they played basketball tonight, and I just don't like the way they play basketball in general, as you guys know. But tonight was particularly ugly, and I'm going to get into why. So let's start out with the starting lineup was no different than normal for either side. And the Dallas Mavericks, I was trying to see how they would respond to the home crowd and all that against a team of this caliber. And I noticed in the beginning they were trying to put Steph in pick and roll. And the Warriors were not going to let Steph switch onto Luka. They were hedging, recovering. He was just recovering to his man. And a couple of times Luka just didn't, and this was a consistent theme throughout the game. Luka didn't hit the screener on the little pick and pop a lot, like when it was a guard. The Brunsons, the Dinwiddies, the Bullocks, these guys. He didn't trust his teammates as much as he usually does to me tonight. And maybe that was because it was a must-win situation. Or maybe I'm tripping and he always does this, and tonight I just noticed it more. But I don't think so. Tonight, to me, he was really holding on to the ball even more than he usually does. And I thought the Warriors threw the first punch in this game. The Mavs were not switching the pick and rolls, though. I saw that very early in the beginning. They were hedging and recovering, and Dwight Powell was dropping when he was putting the pick and rolls. All the guards, though, forwards that weren't Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith that can switch. Just showing and recovering. But the Warriors were doing a really good job. You already know how they do, moving the ball, finding the open man, and getting guys in 4-on-3 situations, guys like Draymond especially, because they don't guard him, and he sets a lot of screens. And Draymond was making the right reads for the most part, although sometimes still getting ridiculous with his, at times, allergy to shoot or allergy to look at the basket beyond the foul line. Even though there were exceptions tonight, don't think I'm going to forget about those. I'm just talking about in the beginning, first half. But Steph got to the basket early, got an and one. And I just thought the Warriors moved the ball really well to start the game. Guys like Kevon Looney, Andrew Wiggins were catching the ball off cuts and around the basket and scoring. And that comes from the Warriors off-ball movement. That comes from also just playing pick-and-roll basketball and just taking what the defense gives. And the Mavs are showing and recovering. Everybody on the Warriors can make plays. And Steph Curry is so good at making those, initial passes to get you into 4-on-3 situations. A couple of times, too, the Warriors didn't make the obvious pass to the screener off the pick and roll. They would make a cross-court pass or a pass to someone else to then make the next pass easier. And that's just higher IQ basketball. That's just being a little bit patient, but also just moving the ball quick. And that's something that I just can't stand watching the Dallas Mavericks play basketball. They don't move the ball quick. It's very slow. It's very watch Luka dribble until the last couple seconds. And then the possessions that Brunson does it, let's watch him dribble for a couple seconds. It's very take turnsy. And I think part of that is because Luka doesn't move without the ball at all. And I thought in the first quarter he missed a couple of chippies, but he also still was doing his thing. Like Luka still was solid to me, but it's probably just showing more because, as I always say, all your flaws show in the playoffs. And obviously, I'm not saying that I don't think Luka can lead a team to a championship. He obviously doesn't have the help to do that. But there are still issues to me the way he plays. You see his flaws when you lose. You know what I'm saying? And one of that is just, I don't know, you can consider this a flaw, but I don't like one of the reasons I'm harsher. Some people think I hate LeBron. It's not that I hate LeBron. I just don't love this style of watching one guy dribble so much. It's not about shoot so much. It's about watching a guy dribble so much. And I'll get into why after I'm done talking about the specifics of the game. But you saw in the beginning, I just thought it was stagnant offense for the Mavs. They were still getting open shots because Luka will still create those open shots, but it's like end of the shot clock, and maybe he and one other person, the person he passes to, have touched the ball in that possession. And I'm not saying that everyone needs to touch the ball every time down the floor, but a lot of those possessions, and it adds up. It just kills rhythm and flow. I just think it just feels like everyone's just a piece to the Luka show sometimes. At least, whatever. Maybe I'm being harsh. I'll go into it in more depth after, but the Mavs were 2 of 12 to start from deep, by the way. And a lot of those were open looks. Reggie Bullock in particular. You saw the Warriors also, and it's another reason why I'm actually stressing this. So the Dubs went to a zone, a 3-2 zone. We saw them play it a good amount in this game. I honestly thought they should have played it more. But I don't know. There's obviously this thing with NBA teams. They don't want to play zone for a full game or even a full quarter. Like it's just not NBA defense. But the way that some of these teams play against zone in this era is ridiculous, is pathetic. I honestly think teams should go to it more to just fuck them up. Take away that pick and roll. Because when you run a pick and roll with the 2-3 zone, you can screen the outside of the top guys, the two top guys. You can screen one of them on the outside and hit the gaps. But the thing is, you got help coming because there's a guy sitting right there on the wing anyway. And when you go in the paint, there's usually the big man is closer because he's playing down low. Even though there's a defensive 3-second count he has to worry about, he's still right there, as opposed to when he's really playing a man. If a man is out on the 3-point line, he's going to be closer to the 3-point line than the paint. So with the zone, to me, that especially if you're doing a pick and pop, remember, it's a 2-3 zone. So the other guy can take that man. And then you've got, in a pick and roll situation, the guy down low can take the roller as well. So I'm not a fan of the continuing to just screen when you're playing against the zone. I think that I'm traditional, bro. Move the ball. Ball moves faster than the player when they're dribbling. So move the freaking rock and get a guy in the high post that can make decisions. It's just like they make it look like such rocket science. You know what? Why not? If you're playing with Jalen Brunson and shooters, get Luka in the high post. But see, that would involve him being off the ball inside the 3-point line, which he never does. And I noticed that very much tonight. So that was another thing I had a problem with the Mavs in the first half. They did not move the ball when they were playing zone. It continued to play Luka ball, pound, past the last second. Okay, Maxi Kleber. What if a guy the Warriors are very good at rotating. Very good and getting out to shooters and running them off the line, which, funny enough, even with the Mavericks shooting 45 threes tonight, the Warriors did a good job of actually kind of running them off the line. And these motherfuckers are allergic to mid-range, a lot of them. Allergic, especially the role players. That's a big issue to me with today's league, is that only the real stars are good at mid-range. The role players are just 3-and-D guys, but when someone runs them off the fucking line, they don't know what to do. They're looking around. It's either they go all the way to the basket or they just look for someone else and they're not a threat there in the mid-range area, in the in-between. It's just kind of gross to me. It's just kind of gross. And Maxi Kleber is one of those guys. Reggie Bullock, I expected better shooting from him. He shot 7 threes out of 10 shots that he took, and he missed 7. And then another problem I have with today's league is, which to me this is bad fundamentals, but I guess they're being told this. When someone flies by and you pump fake them, step into that mid-range, not that side step for a 3. Because if it's a guy with length or an athletic guy that has a good second jump, he can still get in the picture. Whereas when you pump fake and step in, he's behind your ass. I was taught that. That was what I was taught by trainers. that I'm guessing taught the previous generation this, because you see it in the NBA. And that shit pisses me off because it happens to my team too with various guys. And the Mavs, they just have all these, they're a modern team to the T, but they play so slow. I just checked the pace tonight in the season. 30th out of 30. They play the slowest pace in the NBA. What does that tell you? Watch Luka do everything. Luka doesn't turn up the Jets. Have you ever seen him run before? I need to see a clip of Luka Doncic running. But anyway, Luka hit a buzzer beater till the end of the first quarter. Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie gave the Mavericks a huge lift in the second quarter, and the Dubs were missing a lot of open threes. Steph, Wiggins, they had a chance to make Clay as well. They had a chance to make the game like a 10-point game, 12-point game in the first quarter, but they kept, because they were missing threes. They kept the Mavs in it, very much in it. You didn't even I don't even know if the Warriors got it to double digits. They may have gotten it to 10 in the first half or something, but the Mavericks with Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie did a really good job of getting back in the game, and not only getting back in the game, taking the lead. Got like an 8 to 10 point lead, I remember, in the second quarter. Brunson was doing his thing, going one-on-one, getting to the basket. He even scored on Steph, if I recall correctly, a couple times. And he just has a great spin move. He actually embraces the in-between game. He has a great floater. Spencer Dinwiddie was doing his thing, hitting threes, getting into the lane, runners. You know how Spencer does it. And that was the best stretch to me for the Mavericks. They outscored the Warriors 25-23 after 2, but the reason why it looked so close was because the end of the second, we got a little bit of a Curry flurry. And one of them was a contested 30-footer, I kid you not, on the left wing over Reggie Bullock. That was amazing. And then he hit the signature Steph Curry, shoot the three, and turn before he even sees the ball go in. The utmost confidence, and it was splash. 2 straight threes. I also thought, as I said in the first half, I thought Luka was forcing it. He was still getting his buckets, still getting to the line, and still carrying for the Mavs. Carrying by design and by choice, to me, not by necessity. In terms of the way that they play, I still think you can get guys, not tonight in terms of Dinwiddie and Brunson, but I just think that it's more of a coach thing tonight to me than a Luka thing. But it's just this style of play is just, I don't like it. But I'll get into more depth at the end. I keep saying that. Apologies for sounding repetitive with that. But Steph Curry flirted in the quarter. Dubs were switching the wings onto Luka, and I thought they were actually, even though Luka still shot efficiently, I thought Wiggins, Clay, even Looney, when the few times that he was asked to guard Luka, I thought, or to switch on a Luka, I should say, I thought they did a really good job. Everybody else, the Currys, the Pools, those guys, they were just showing and recovering. And that's just good game planning by the Golden State Warriors, not giving Luka the easy mismatch. And that's the thing. If he's not going to get the easy mismatch one-on-one, that means he's going up against good defenders. Otherwise, he has to pass it off on the roll to those guys or the pick and pop. And a lot of times he wasn't doing that. And part of it's because Reggie Bullock and Maxi Kleba were in the mud. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a second. But solid defense by the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins, you already know how he is. But yeah, third quarter. So by the way, score at halftime, 47-48 in favor of Golden State. 1 half needed. I'm thinking Luka, is going to take them home because obviously I had Warriors in 7, guys. So I put a lot of stock and faith into the Mavs, giving this series, giving the Warriors a run. And they're not really done so. The third quarter was ugly for the Mavs in terms of offense, especially. 30-21, the Warriors won this quarter. And that's not surprising because it's third quarter Warriors. Always has been. This team has picked up on the same tendencies that they had, before KD and during KD, before the last 2 years. And obviously they should because it's the same coach, same big three. Yeah. But still, they've had some changes. A lot of new guys have come in, Wiggins, etc. Mavs, though, 21 points in the third. Again, it's just not moving the ball fast enough for me. A lot of Luka ball. Luka scoring a lot. Luka getting to the line a lot, but it's slow. There's no flow. It's just Reggie Bullock's getting the ball, end of the shot clock, shooting these threes with a lot of pressure on you. It's not those shots when you're only passing once or twice in a possession. Those shots for a player feel bigger. The pressure grows. It's not free flowing the way it is when you always move the ball and you're always touching the ball and you know your next shot's coming. The other one, you know you're going to get shots coming, but there could be a while before you get it because the team that's guarding can they can kind of dictate what they want in a way. They can throw a double at Luka and help off a certain guy like a Maxi Kleber that they know is not feeling himself. He's not confident. And in the third quarter, you saw that more than anything, that Maxi Kleber, the guy who against Utah was hitting everything, was scared to shoot. He missed his first 3 threes, missed his first 4 shots, and he's been shooting poorly. Somebody quote tweeted me and said he's shooting like 33% in his last 5 games, I believe, from 3. And yeah, he only shot 3s, I'm sorry, and he missed all 5. And I remember after the third or fourth, this dude was just looking afraid to shoot. He was scared. He was going to, and when he was going to the mid-range, he wasn't shooting, as I said. He was allergic. And then you have him stepping, back. His heel is out of bounds, just rattled. And Reggie Bullock missing 3 after 3, not making one shot. I mean, here's the thing, guys. I talk about rhythm and all that and how I feel as though it's always better for pros to touch the ball. But, Reggie Bullock is only out there to shoot, catch, and shoot 3s. You got to know your role. You're going to know that sometimes you're not going to touch the ball for a little minute. You don't have anything else off the bounce. So you're going to have to hit your shots. And he didn't hit any of his shots. And that was brutal for the Mavs because in a lot of the games that they've won in this playoffs, Reggie Bullock has hit his 3. But he still did some good things defensively too. Reggie, it still was a bad game for him though because you got to make shots. He's out there to do that. Dorian Finney-Smith was solid though in terms of making shots, 3 for 7 from the field and 2 for 5 from 3. But he still was allergic to the mid-range as well to me. Only 2 2s. They shot 45 3s. Do you want to know how many 2s they shot? 30. They shot more 3s than 2s. The Warriors shot 81 shots, only 32 3s. So 50 more, 49 more 2s than 3s. I mean, of course they had a higher percentage shots, and of course they won. It's just because, again, they can dictate things. They can collapse on Luka and force him to kick last second, especially when Luka's dribbling so much. But Steph started cooking in the third quarter. You saw Draymond finishing around the basket when he got his chances. He was finishing his layups, which was good. I know that sounds funny, finishing his layups, but hey, with Draymond on offense these days, you got to ask for the bare minimum. He even hit a shot from the top of the key. Foot was on the line, but when he hit that, it put the Warriors up by 7. And I started to think that the Warriors were going to start pulling away. Klay Thompson, he was 5 for 15 at one point, but he started playing better in the second half, particularly the fourth quarter. And the Dallas Mavericks started falling behind. One guy, though, I've purposely not talked about this offensively, or I've purposely not talked about this guy really yet in terms of his offense. But Andrew Wiggins, don't think I'm about to forget the work that this guy was doing on both ends of the floor, especially the glass. Him and Kevon Looney, all playoffs long. We talked about it so much against Memphis, and we've also talked about it in this series. What they've been doing on the glass is nothing short of fantastic for the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins getting offensive rebound after offensive rebound, and it's not only just him just going for it, but just being in the right place at the right time and just hustling more than the Mavs players. The Mavs guys are just standing around like Spencer Dinwiddie, Luka, half-ass box out, not jumping for the ball, not even boxing out sometimes, losing track of their man, just getting ready to get back and transition, get on offense. Andrew Wiggins is not quitting on any play. Every shot goes up, he's going for it. And you got to put a body on his ass. Same with Looney. That's what Looney's out there for, to set screens, to get him second chance opportunities. And you know what great teams do with second chance opportunities? Make you pay. You can't give a team this many this many second chance looks. And they've done it all series. And especially when they go, part of that is something they need to address in the summer. And they're gonna, I bet, with the better center. Because Dwight Powell doesn't get the job done. He never can stay on the court. He only played 8 minutes. Then you go to Maxi Kleber, who was not only just in his own head. The one thing he did well was some good verticality at the rim, but he don't rebound enough. 4 rebounds, not going to cut it. Nobody besides Luka got 5 rebounds. He had 11 of them. And a lot of those, if we're being honest, all of them are defensive rebounds, just poachers. long misses, just waiting for it. Like, he had some nice box outs, but it's not the Warriors' offensive rebounds, the Wiggins rebounds, the Looney rebounds. Those are not only just right place, right time, going for it, timing, and wanting it. Andrew Wiggins is playing hungry, very hungry. He's proven a point to everybody. And I noticed in the third quarter too, and I did not like this strategy, but I think that Jason Kidd was like, man, the Warriors are just moving the ball well, getting open threes. They're cutting off the ball. They're just, one time Draymond had a fake handoff with Steph, and they ran at Steph. Draymond had a red carpet run to the basket for a dunk. So that's just what Steph, the attention that he draws, the gravity, as they say. I'm sorry, I just don't use that term because it makes me think of Isaac Newton. But anyways, you already know what I'm talking about. Luka, the other thing too about Luka off the ball, not only doesn't move at all and he stands behind the three, I would love to see the numbers on this, but he's broke catching shooting from three. It's when he's off the dribble from deep that he hits. But he's not good off the ball. So why put him off the ball? You know what I'm saying? He's not showing any chops. They just don't move without the ball. And another thing about the Dallas Mavericks, oh my God, in the fourth quarter too, especially it showed, they don't cut. Have they ever heard of a cut? They stand behind the three-point line when the ball's on the, the guys on the weak side will stand at the three-point line when not like the guy has nowhere to go. You're gonna make him do a cross-court pass when he's double teamed? And I'm not just talking about Luka, I'm talking about anybody on their team. Their off-ball awareness and IQ is just abysmal. They don't make life easier for their teammates a lot of times. The Warriors, it's like the best off-ball team in the league versus maybe the worst. They're pretty dog shit. Like the Lakers it's Laker level, honestly. And they play so slow. So slow. My goodness. And funny enough, Luka was still doing a good amount of Luka things to keep them in the game, to keep them within striking distance. You got a little bit more Clay in the fourth quarter hitting shots, but it was really the Steph and Wiggins show. And Wiggins yammed on Luka, and they called an offensive foul, but it got me out of my seat like not very many dunks have in this playoffs. Oh my God, he baptized that man. It was ridiculous. And the funny part is, even though they called an offensive foul, the very next player, I don't know if it was the next player, a couple plays later, he had a putback dunk with Luka guarding him with the left hand. It was so impressive. He was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. There was also one rebound. He got offensive rebound with it felt like 0.7 seconds left on the shot clock or something when he got it. And it was a backbreaker on like an air ball. He just worked that much harder than any player on the court, especially on the Mavs. I mean, Luka, he started to look gassed. And that's what happens when you carry so much responsibility. And, he's been carrying it all season, and then obviously in the last series through 7 games. And the thing about the Warriors, what I loved, they made him work on defense. That was the best part. And in the fourth quarter, you saw Steph put him in some, nice Indian curry, chicken curry, because, blow by city. And a lot of times it looked like just Luka wasn't even trying, just reaching. And another thing about Luka, this is why I say all your flaws come out against great teams in the playoffs when you lose. The emotions. That's something you're not going to see in the stat sheet. You look at this box score, Luka looked amazing tonight. I thought he had a tough night. I thought he was still good, like solid. He did his Luka thing. He'd give him a chance. If Reggie Bullock and what's-his-name had made shots, they could have won the game. Maxi Kleber and Reggie Bullock had made shots. But you as the best player are held to a high standard. And Luka is arguably the best player in the NBA now to me. Not really, but he's right there. He's right in that conversation. He's top 5. So if we're holding him to top 5 standards, you got to look at everything, every aspect of his game. And there's negatives there. There's as there are for every player, but more for there's levels. And right now he's young. He's in a 99th percentile of guys this good when they're this young. I mean, he is one of the best of all time at this age. But he loses and I think he knows about it too. I love Luka off the court. Like, he's very, very humble to me, and he has the good kind of arrogance, though, but on the court. But he seems very humble off the court, and I love He gives really good answers, and he really has a high basketball IQ. The one thing I don't get, though, is off-ball movement and his constant ball dominance that he can try to adjust. But maybe he just doesn't trust his teammates. That's always a dilemma. And, he's getting tired because the Warriors are also putting him in the action. They didn't want to just hedge and recover. They switched, and Steph Curry was just blowing by him for fun. But yeah, Andrew Wiggins, offensive boards. The real story of the game, guys, is the offensive glass. Like, that's really the story of the game, the story of the series. The Warriors, Steph made big plays, but they didn't really make it a very close game at the end. They basically broke even in the fourth quarter. Mavs outscored the Warriors 32-31, but the Dallas Mavericks drop it at home to go down 3-0, 100-109 at the American Airlines Center. And that's basically it for their season because no team has ever come back from 3-0 down. I'm definitely gonna be wrong. It's not gonna be Warriors in 7. If they win 3 games, that'd be insane. But to me, Luka looks tired. They look exhausted. The Warriors are gonna finish them and get the brooms out. Let's see how much pride Luka has. Like if he can do it like Jokic and get a game. But I don't know. And people are starting to ask, how bad was Phoenix? Man, Phoenix. You guys should look in the mirror. But matchups are a thing as well in the playoffs, and we have to account for that. Let's talk about the stat lines before I get into my concluding thoughts about the way that these motherfuckers play. The Warriors first. 47% from the field. 34.4% from deep. 11 for 32. And they shot well from the line. 88%. 22 for 25. What was interesting about the Dubs, and I forgot to mention this as I was going through the game, in the second quarter, Moses Moody and Juan Toscano Anderson played minutes. Juan Toscano played 5 minutes, and Moses Moody played 16. No Kuminga, coach's decision. No Bjelica, coach's decision. No Damian Lee, coach's decision. And I was pretty surprised that, and also Otto Porter got injured in the middle of the game. He just didn't feel good, went to the locker room, only played 7 minutes. So that's part of why Moses Moody played more. Moses Moody was -12. Juan Toscano was -7. Those were some weird minutes. But the starters played pretty heavy minutes. Looney played 29. He had 9 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. 4 of those were offensive rebounds on 3 for 4 shooting. I thought he was awesome. And he's had such a great series. Honestly, he's had a great postseason. And he played 82 games this season. So shout out to Kevon Looney. We got to give him some flowers. Jordan Poole actually had a more quiet game tonight in terms of shooting the ball. He played 28 minutes, but only got 4 shots off. Two of them made. All of them were threes. He got to the line 4 times, made all 4 shots, had 10 points, 5 rebounds, pretty efficient, 2 steals. He didn't see him play as much, too, because I think they knew Luka was going to go at him and pick and roll. And that was smart coaching, of course, by Kerr and his staff. And then the other 4 guys, Klay, Steph, Draymond, and Wiggs, all played 37-plus minutes, starting with Draymond, who I thought, despite what I said about his shooting thing, I thought he had a really solid game. He still made great plays, hustle plays, good passes, and played better in the second half to me. 10 points for him, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, a block, 3 turnovers. He was plus 19, 5 for 10 from the field, and did not shoot a 3. Klay Thompson, he had a tough shooting night. 19 points, 6 for 18 shooting, 3 for 10 from deep, 4 for 4 from the line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. But he didn't turn the ball over. And I thought he had some good defensive plays as well. He had some good possessions on Luka. I thought he was good. And Klay's just overall, considering what he's been through, I think he's had a really solid postseason. I think all things considered, to say that he's been this solid, how far off has he really been than a normal postseason? I'd have to look at those numbers. But yes, he's obviously not as good as those last postseasons. That's normal on the eye test. But he's been really solid. And then my player of the game, probably. I'll give it to Steph. 31 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. Was awesome passing the ball, doing what he's capable of doing. People just don't realize that Steph sometimes just makes the unselfish play, which is to not touch the ball at all in a possession or to just move without the ball or make the hockey assist. He doesn't care about the stats, which I love. 31 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 turnovers, 10 for 20, 50%, and 50% from 3, 5 for 10. And the degree of difficulty on some of those shots were just ridiculous. That's Steph Curry, man. And Steph Curry right now, to me, still looking like that best player in the series. Sorry. I just like the way off the ball. Luka could probably take a shitty team further or an average team further. I agree. But on championship team, I want the experienced guy that's been there, done that moves without the ball extremely well, makes every single person around him better, doesn't limit anyone's game. I mean, better defender too. Steph's just, and it's normal. This is Steph Curry, one of the 15 best players ever, top 20 for sure to me. Luka is young. He's literally younger than me. So the fact that Luka is making this even a conversation, just a testament how great Luka is. Anyway, Andrew Wiggins, who you could easily argue was the player of the game. And the way things are going, he may get the Magic trophy. I hope Steph wins it just because, everybody's been holding that Finals MVP against him for so long. But who cares about the Western Conference Finals MVP, even though I'm a big Magic and Larry guy. 27 points for Wiggins, 11 rebounds, 6 of those offensive rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, 11 for 20. He was 1 of 5 from deep, but he was scoring on cuts, dunks. He even had a jump hook to start the second half. It was unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And then the Mavs. Frank Ntilikina came in for 4 minutes. They weren't even guarding him. He missed one shot, took him out. Then the rest. Davis Bertans, 13 minutes. Talk about a guy allergic to the mid-range. He had 1 dunk to cut the game down to 6 in the fourth quarter. And Jeff Van Gundy said that's his second, or Stan Van Gundy said that's his second 2 that he's made this, or attempted this whole playoffs. And he's made both because they're probably chippies at the rim. Like, I guarantee you guys run Bertans off the line. And they did tonight. And he doesn't. How great of a shooter are you if you can only shoot beyond the arc? Seriously. That's not basketball to me. Like, just only shooting behind the arc, that's their only skill? Whatever. I sound so frustrated. Maxi Kleba, oh man. Donut City. 0 for 5. 0 for 5 from 3. Looked like scared, shook. Dwight Powell, 8 minutes. You know what's funny? I just want to say something as well. In the 2020 playoffs, I heard people, Mavs fans on Twitter, and some people say, we didn't have Dwight Powell, and then Porzingis missed a couple games. Please. I won't ever want to hear that excuse ever again, okay? And I think now that Dallas Mavericks fans, you're about to lose this series, but Dallas Mavericks fans, you should have a little bit more appreciation for the Clippers in terms of that we were a good team, and you guys are also a solid team, and Luka's a generational player, but we were just better than you. We had 2 stars, and we have Kawhi Leonard, who's better than Luka. I don't know about right now, but the last 2 years, I'm taking him because he'll guard Luka. Luka, he can't guard Kawhi, okay? He got to sit down right now. He's got to sit down. And last year, game 6, Kawhi Leonard, I think you know the rest, Dallas Mavericks fans. And game 7, I was there. The famous quote, send these motherfuckers home. And these motherfuckers about to get sent home again. And Dwight Powell is part of the reason why, because he just doesn't really affect the game at all, and he needs to be a backup player. They were also going with Finney Smith at the 5. That's part of the reason why they got cooked on the glass. Going small as shit. Finney Smith at the 5. By the way, rebounding numbers overall for the game. 33 for Dallas, 47 for the Dubs, 14 offensive rebounds, and 18 second chance points that were shown at very late in the game. It could have been 20 in the end, but 18 at least. So actually, I can look that up. What am I thinking? Oh, I guess not. I guess ESPN doesn't have second chance points. Fucking weirdos. Anyway. Starters for the Dallas Mavericks outside of Powell, the ones that played the heavy minutes. 4 starters, 37 plus minutes. Jalen Brunson. Actually, I'm going to start with Finney Smith. 42 minutes played, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Was all right. Not great to me. Again, allergic. 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from deep. Reggie Bullock, 0 for 10, had a donut nightmare game for him, 0 for 7, just unacceptable. Jalen Brunson, he was great. I thought he was really solid. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, only 1 turnover, 7 for 12 from the field, 3 for 6 from deep, 3 for 4 from the line. And then Dinwiddie, 26 points off the bench. Sorry, I forgot about him. 32 minutes played, 26 points off the bench, 7 for 13 shooting, 4 for 10 from deep, 8 for 8 from the line. So very good there. And then Luka, 40 points, 11 rebounds, only 3 assists, which is partially telling for 2 reasons. 1, because of all the stuff I was saying about him not passing as much. And 2, Reggie Bullock and Maxi Kleba just bricking. 1 steal, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers. So he took care of the ball a little bit better. 11 for 23 shooting, 4 for 9 from deep. So he was efficient, 14 for 17 from the line. But again, got attacked on defense like crazy. Didn't move without the ball at all. No cutting, no nothing. The only play that they move off the ball with Luka is when he comes on the left wing and gets a little like double screen and gets, that's the only play. I've seen it all season. Let me just say this, guys, since the Mavericks are about to be eliminated. 13 for 45 from three. I already talked about that. Pretty sure I've covered everything with this game. And we're at the 34-minute mark, so I'm going to close it out with this. I'll give them their eulogy when they deserve it and after the next episode, but I want to congratulate the Warriors more when they win it for the unbelievable comeback that they've had after 2 years, after Klay Thompson tore his ACL in Game 6 of the finals against Toronto. Steph Curry broke his hand, basically missed a whole season. A pandemic later, and the Warriors are back in the finals with the same big three, no KD. That's incredible. That's historic shit. We'll give them their flowers when they deserve it, when they get it done, when they send the Mavs fishing. But the Dallas Mavericks, guys, I'm going to say this about this heliocentric basketball, so to speak. I know a lot of people don't like the conversation around this, but it took a lot of, I don't want to say maturing, but I grew up a LeBron fan, right? And LeBron always played in systems where it was revolved around LeBron on the ball a lot, him dictating everything, him dribbling the ball a lot, and having a bunch of catch and shoot guys with him. However, with the 07 Cavs, we've made some parallels with this Luka situation to that 07 Cavs team. But that 07 Cavs team, the difference was they were a great rebounding team. They had size. Zydrunas Ilgauskas, you could throw it to him to get a bucket in the post. Drew Gooden, who's rugged. He could get a bucket in the post, get an offensive rebound, put back, put pressure on your defense in the interior, put pressure on them to play defense without fouling. That's something that the 2000s players did a lot better than these players. Put pressure on them to guard without fouling. And they did it by being interior players. It was just their skill sets. This is a more perimeter era. Everybody's really good on the perimeter now. But those guys put more pressure on you in that way. Regardless, not the point. The point is, those systems, LeBron and then Harden and the Nash, heliocentric style, one guy dribbling and a bunch of off-ball players. To me, it always ends up you always have the conversation of, do those teams lack shot creation outside of that guy? Because then it becomes the conversation of when they don't make shots, because a lot of those are, you got a bunch of catch and shoot three-point shooters. But what do they always say? Live by the three, die by the three. And you guys want to play it off like that's really not a thing. But anybody that's played basketball can tell you that. And look, I've been the guy that, here we go, personal anecdote time. So recently, when I was in college, I was in intramurals. And my whole life, I've been a point guard, and I used to be a little bitch about it when I was a kid. And I used to always want to be the point guard. I used to not want to go off the ball. So that's why I can see when I see these things from these stars. I used to have that ego, little kid shit. Like, I'm not trying to be off the ball. I want to get, and I still want to get my 8 points. I didn't like catching and shooting, and sometimes I would go cold because I didn't have any rhythm. And I was a rhythm player. I'm very much a rhythm shooter. I need to get different kinds of looks and just get shots up. And over time, though, as I realized that to be a more versatile player, you need to challenge yourself to do different sort of things and play in different kinds of roles. And that means play off the ball. And so when I got to college, our intramural team, we had a lot of actual bruisers and good interior players, but we didn't have many shooters. I was arguably the best shooter for a time, and right up there with any of them on the team at, top 3 shooters. So I started playing off the ball. And I remember my senior year in college, I had a lot of games where I was like 0 for 5 for 3 or like 1 for 6. And those were like the majority of my shots. And, my friend would always give me some good advice, but he would always say, if you're not hot, shoot until you get hot. And there's some truth to that. But the one thing I didn't do that was smart, and that's part of the reason why, is because I was watching so much modern basketball. And this is why I didn't, before I got into the history again, and before I did all this realization, and is the NBA getting better and better episode, is, yeah, keep shooting, but get different kinds of looks. Get to the basket. Try to get in the mid-range. Get closer. And maybe you'll get a foul. And one time I had a game actually when I was a kid in the rec center, I was in the park, and I was one of the best players on my team, and it was a playoff game, and I was forcing everything. And I was like 0 for 7 or something. And then my uncle was there, and he's from the 90s, like, cousin Showtime, actually. And he told me, go to the basket, just try to get to the line. Once you see one go in, maybe it'll open up. Got to the line, forced it, just threw my shoulder and chucked it up there. Ref gave me the foul. I made one of the 2 free throws, and then after that, I had like 11 points within like the span of 5 minutes. But that shit happens, man. It's confidence and rhythm. You see the ball go in, it does wonders for you. And I think that these kind of things are hard to pick up when one guy just constantly dominates the ball. You see teams go ice cold from deep, and it takes guys out of rhythm, and it kills flow, and it slows the pace down for me. I like it when teams move the ball fast and move without the ball. It's less predictable, as I said. It's less stagnant, and the defense can load up and scheme that much easier. With the Warriors, you can't scheme them because they're so read and react. It's very reactionary. It's take what the defense gives in a different way. And everybody can be a threat and everybody cuts. You got to always have a head on a swivel. You can't just put 10 eyes on the best player. That's the thing. And a lot of these players, the LeBrons, the Hardens, the Lucas, are perimeter players. So your Luka is going to either come at the defense or he's going to pull up with that step back. And you know what I'm saying? If you can get a guy with length to put a hand up on that, you're living with that. Because is that over a 40% shot? I doubt it. Stats guys, pull that shit up for me, but I doubt it. And so when he's coming into the defense, you can collapse and cheat or help off who you want to help off. With the Warriors, you don't have the luxury to do that. You're at their mercy because they move without the ball and they move it fast. So that's why I don't like this style of play. And I understand that, the Mavs don't have that second star, so they have to play this way. And, Luka does this and stuff. But I'm just curious to see what's going to happen when Luka does get a second star, if he adjusts a little bit, or, they just try to go with the Cavs style of, he just gets another on-ball bucket getter. We go Luka as LeBron, and he gets another guy to be his Kyrie, and they just have to make the big plays in the big moments all the way through the playoffs, like Kyrie and LeBron did in 3 straight games that they were this close to not winning, And what I mean by not winning, I mean the series they were this close to not winning, not the 3. They obviously kicked their ass in games 5 and 6. But anyway, that's my thing, guys. Is I also hate playing with guys that want to dribble all the time because I used to be the kid that dribbled all the time. And I know that even though I can make good passes and guys like playing with me, I've always liked playing with me, humble brag. But it's because oftentimes I was unselfish to a fault. But it depends. If I was on a level where I knew I could create shots all the time, I would be selfish. I would dribble a lot. And sometimes that can get guys bored. You also have to think about the human aspect of the game and that guys want to feel involved. And I know if guys are just catching shooters, then yeah, that's their job. Just get ready to catch and shoot. Even those guys need to be in rhythm. But I'm not saying that Brunson and Dinwiddie and them didn't get in rhythm at all. They did. But I just think that it's very predictable the way that they play. And I've explained it all throughout this episode. So if you want to just quote me on this rant specifically, you can go ahead and do that. But I went 40 minutes for you guys and explained it. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Now we're going to go to the live subscribers waiting oh so patiently in the chat. Let's see if they can win another game. But the Celtics and the Heat, that's going to be fun. Must win for Boston. We're looking at that from a very Boston-centric view tomorrow because they got to win. Peace out. Good night. And we'll go to the live subscribers waiting oh so patiently in the chat. Super chats are turned on if you want to drop $1 or a dime for your boy. Always taking donations. Peace. Let me know what you think. Sorry about that, guys. Guess I went on a tangent. I bet. 20 people. Let's see what the comments are saying tonight. Oh, my dumb ass did not put the banner up. Ugh. So I hate doing that. I forget. What's up, Dime? What's up, Kyle? Mikey T says, definitely a disappointing game for my Mavs. I really didn't like how we played offensively tonight. Series is basically over, but overall the season has been a huge overachievement, in my opinion. Top 4 team. I mean, you made the top 4. I don't know. Yeah, you did beat the Suns, so I'll give you that. I think the Suns would have given them a better series, though. What's up, NV? Ja'Cory Marshall says, Warriors. Ja'Cory Marshall says, Mavs really just run basically the same play, trying to put Curry in pick and roll. Yeah, facts. Kevin Francisco says, sup, Dime. Kyle's take says, job ain't done, of course, but 5 more wins. We're so close. Can't blow this chance now. Facts, man. It's such a great chance for the Warriors to win a ring. And they're going to have rest right now. My dad pointed it out to me tonight. They're going to have rest because the other team, the Heat or Celtics, they're going to be in a war. That shit's going 6 or 7. Kyle's take says, keys to the Warriors win: rebounds, second chance points, and paint points. Yep. Kyle's take says, I know we up 3-0, but I don't like that narrative going around that the Mavs beating the Suns was a fluke. It just isn't. Facts. It's not. I mean, not when you win in Game 7 that commandingly. My boy KB Magic says, salute, Dime. What's up, my boy? Kyle's take says, I know I ain't that good at hoops, but if you practice long enough, you know the pump fake step in is easier to knock down with enough reps. Oh, that was my comment about them stepping into the mid-range. Yeah. Ty Baller says, it's that 2K rec logic with the shot selection. Everyone taking those layups and threes are the most effective shots, coach, and the stats only guys and running with it. Hate to see the midi be ignored. Facts, Ty Baller. Kyle's take says super facts about the pump fake stepping. Only few guys in the league are very consistent with that pump fake side step 3. Yeah. Kyle's take says, of course I ain't super good with hoops, but the mid-range shot is so important to master. Yes, sir. Ty Baller says, what's crazy is the fact that the mid-range takes up like 3/5 of the court on offense, but gets ignored to a crazy extent. Great point. Great point. Kyle's take says, it's a very underappreciated shot, but it kills when it gets going. And it's hard. It's impossible to guard when you can hit contested middies. It's just hard to make those shots and master that. Easier said than done. Ty Baller says, facts. Steven Withers says, LOL, shooting threes volatile. Facts. He says, no, you're going to have cold nights for sure. Kyle's take says, at Ty Baller, the mid-range is useful for me, especially if my threes are not going. I think any guy who's main three his threes knows it. Ty Baller says, Reggie bullshit his way through this game. Man had a performance where he shot every type of shot and made none. Facts. Kyle's take says, sometimes it's quite baffling when I see NBA players get to the middle and don't take the open floaters. Yeah, facts. Kyle's takes also says the pump fakes 3 step in mid-range isn't even that hard to practice. These guys definitely practiced it as kids. Like, that's the thing. They're not that much younger than me. And most of them are older than me. So, like, I practiced it, and I know that they were too. Kyle's take says, I have that issue with Draymond also, not taking floaters. I don't think floaters that hard. Depends. It's all about the feet. I think Dre's still traumatized from the 2021 playing game, LMAO. That's a good point, Ty Baller. Maybe. Kyle's take says, post-game hype, of course, but the man today was Maple freaking Jordan. Well, I got into him, huh? Oh, here we go. Edward with the excuses. Kick Luka when he's down. Talk about how he can't defend. He can't move off ball like Magic. That's true. He can't. I didn't even mention Magic. I don't be doing that, but that's a fact. Because he went to college. I mean, no, Luka played overseas. He has no excuse. Like Magic, blah, blah. Try running 20 miles and guarding someone right after. Dude, but did Luka even did he run ever? He never breaks a jog, Edward. Let's be real. Ty Baller says, nah, I have to give the utmost respect to Wiggins. Credit to Wiggins. He's an entirely new player from just 3 years ago. Fact, man. You got to credit the Warriors organization, man. They breed winners, what they've done to him. You got to give them credit. Kyle's take says, oh my goodness, at Ty Baller looking back, that was crazy. Kyle's take says, Draymond scoring is something I just laugh at this point. But hey, at least he's doing other stuff. But man, close shots, he got to knock down. Edward says, Luka always boxing out. What the hell? He grabbed 11 rebounds, dude, and he's point guard. Wiggins a small forward. How much moving the goalpost? Bro, you call him a point guard when he's 6'7", bro. I'm talking box out. He boxed out occasionally, but, bro, there were times where he had Wiggins and Looney on him, and he's just, like, not – even if when he's boxing out, he's not jumping or he's not boxing out. Come on, man. We can pull up the tape. Let's see how many of those rebounds were actually, like, real, like, actually have to work for them. You know what I'm saying? Contested. I know he grabbed his rebounds, bro, but I'm just saying he was part of the reason they didn't get rebounds sometimes on offense. Let's pull up the tape. They got a lot of them offensive rebounds. He could have had more rebounds. Ty Baller says, yeah, after KD came on the team, he just kind of got more dependent on his teammates scoring. 2016 Draymond Green was peak offensive ability for him. Scored 32 in a closeout game. Facts, man. That's fantastic points. I couldn't have said it better myself. Kyle's take says, Warriors have been dominating the rebounds all playoffs long. They did it versus Memphis 5 to 6 games where it was supposed to be a weakness, and now 3 straight games versus Dallas. You know what it was? Jokic was just dominating you guys in the glass. They were slowing the game down and doing that. Looking back, guys, Jokic may put up a better fight than Doncic. Ooh. Cameron Hasselli says, what's good, Dime? What's up, Cam? Kyle's take says, of course, no one talks about that at Ty Baller because they lost, but that was insane. 7 threes, I think, for Green in that 2016 Game 7. Yeah, he probably would have won Finals MVP with that. Kyle's take says, I remember Mike Green be like, Green for 3. Bang! Oh, Draymond Green. All right, let's see. 10:40. Kyle Edwards says, Dime expects Luka to be superhuman. What more can you ask from a one-man team? Here we go with the excuses, the garbage, the cocksucking. Come on, Edward, get off your knees, brother. You're a grown man. He's younger than you. Kyle's take says something you never hear anymore. Cameron Hasselli says, what was your original prediction for Celtics Heat? Celtics in 6? Still can happen. Ty Baller says, it's crazy the difference we've seen in teams like the Warriors bring an entirely new supporting cast for the most part. Edward says, Luka now is Kobe in 06. What happened to him? Answer that time. Here's the thing about Luka, Kobe in 06. You actually could catch him without the ball inside the 3 playing in the triangle. Even though he broke the triangle a lot that season. He makes quicker decisions with the ball. He shot more, but hey, by the way, Luka had a better season this year in the playoffs than Kobe had in 06. In the playoffs. So Yeah, I agree, though, in a sense. He doesn't have another star. I agree. I'd say he has much more help than Kobe in '06 as evidence for him getting to the conference finals and them winning 2 games without him in the first round. But, yeah. I think it's more LeBron in '07 kind of deal, Edward. Kyle's take says, I think Dime picked season 6, but I have a feeling you're changing the pick. No, I don't change my picks until I have to change my picks, my friend. Ty Baller says, but yeah, Kyle's takes. He hesitates heavy on shooting, probably thinking, why waste the possession when I get it to a scorer? Not the worst thought, but can be very harmful when he's wide open. Ty Baller spitting absolute facts tonight. Edward says, Luka can't carry guys like Powell, just like Kobe can't carry Chris Mim. Honestly, Chris Mim was better than Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell only played 8 minutes, brother. CR7 Games says, damn, I thought the Warriors were going to win in 6. They still could. You never know. Kyle's take says, at Ty Baller facts. KB Magic says, Mavs got lucky and shouldn't even be there. How could you say they got lucky, though, when they won a game 7 by like 30 points on the road? Kyle's take says, but yeah, if you don't take wide open shots, you're hurting your team more at Ty Baller. That's not true. If you're not good at shooting certain wide open shots, it's not. Obviously, it is if everybody on the other team can shoot, but it's not because you can still get a good shot. It just may take a little bit longer, and that's okay. That makes the defense work actually harder. June 28, July says, sad to see such talent with little support. Oh my God, guys, cry me a fucking river. This isn't like no one's had to do this. Like, he's going to get help soon. He's in the conference finals. Tracy McGrady never even experienced that as a best player. Chris Paul never even experienced that as the best player. Well, he's also not good enough. But he is good enough to be in the conference finals. His teammates let him down a little bit too. Let's not cap. Edward at 10:45 p.m. said, Luka has all the pride, man. Dedicated his life to the game since 13 years old. Been in the basketball system. And Jokic, not a fair comparison. Denver, a way better team. You sound crazy. The Mavericks wing defenders are so much better than the Nuggets. Are you insane? That is just next level dick riding right there, brother. Kyle's takes us at Ty Baller. Look at Ben last year. Didn't take wide open shots, ended up hurting his team more. Okay, well, he's passing up shots at the rim, bro. And he doesn't have the pass. I don't know. Draymond has confidence in what he does. He's a really good defender. Kyle's takes us because even if you're a bad jump shooter, you can still stay aggressive. LeBron and Westbrook are nice examples. Yeah, I don't agree with Westbrook shooting threes, bro. I really don't. I think you can pass up shots. Because what do you think they did in the past, bro? Like, seriously, they just worked for better shots. Of course, prime Westbrook. I do agree, though, with Westbrook and LeBron, with mid-range or 18-footers, even if it's like a below 40%, that threat that you can hit it is good. But threes, for LeBron, it's fine. Especially when he's in Cleveland. I still think he was good for taking them occasionally. He still shot too many when he was young. But Westbrook, he shouldn't shoot threes at all. Kyle Sticks says, who's the Western Conference Finals MVP? I like Steph, but maybe my troll self will say Looney. It's either going to be Steph or Wiggins. Let's wait for another game, though, right? KP says, Luka's a defensive liability. Uh-oh. Only against a team like you guys, though, to me. But against the highest levels, Final Four. What you got to say to that, Edward? What you got to say to that? And also, Chris Paul and them were hunting him out in the first 2 games of the last series. Ty Baller says, Kyle's takes facts. Ben's one of the most horrid examples of the you miss every shot you don't take. Hope everyone looking to play in the NBA learns to avoid that type of thing. Thinking. Well, that's just a lot of it's confidence, bro. Kyle's take says the Western Conference Finals MVP is between Steph, Looney, and Wiggs. I think Looney's the third, but he's been fantastic. Ja'Cory Marshall says, I don't know what kind of plays kid runs over there running, but needs to wake up. Here's the thing. Timeout. We said the same thing about Carlisle. So that means when it's 2 different coaches and it's the same result, that means you got to – this is how I learned from being, older and wiser. That means you got to look at the players, guys. You got to look at the players. 2 different coaches. Luka Ball. Edward. Kyle's take says, at Ty Baller, facts. Westbrook can't shoot, but Westbrook's still a Hall of Famer. To his credit, prime Westbrook is always aggressive. Ty Baller said, nobody even asked man to shoot from the outside after 2019, but he still refused to be aggressively looking to slash as a 6'11 guard. It was a bad sight to see from Ben. Jack King, never seen this name before, but he said, I think they should play Powell more for rebounding purposes since Kleber isn't effective at all on offense. That's not true. I feel you, though, they should play Powell for rebounding purposes, though. I really agree with that. I think they honestly should play Dwight Powell more. I think he's not great, but I don't think he's horrendous. I think he should play a little bit more. Kleba isn't effective at all on offense. I wouldn't say he did not because he does hit shots sometimes. But, yeah, I feel you. Kyle Take says, yeah, the bad shooting really got to Ben's head. At 10:50, Edwards said, Jesus Christ, a lot of comments tonight. Fuck Steph. Fuck the Warriors. They don't deserve it. Nuggets injured. Memphis injured. Dallas one-man team. Bro, dude, wipe your tears, brother. Shakori Marshall says, Mavs podcast, we're saying Mavs in 5 or 6. Oh, God. Ty Baller says, Kyle's takes. Even though I have certain thoughts on Westbrook, that's facts. You'd rather have someone who can wheel their way to the basket and try to make the defense collapse or get a basket. That's true. Kyle's takes says, ha, 10:51. I wonder what I said. At 10:51, Edwards said, then Eastern Conference Jimmy Butler injury and Celtics injured too. Warriors don't deserve it. Oh, my God. This is ridiculous hating. Oh, he's laughing at Edward. Okay. Kyle's take says, yep, Russ can't shoot, but at least he can dribble, penetrate, and of course the man can draw fouls. Ty Baller says, someone who's very hesitant on actually going full throttle will never get the respect or attention. That's exactly why Atlanta wasn't scared to play Trey on Ben, even though it was a terrible matchup. Facts. Kyle's take says, yeah, it gets really mental. Well, at least Dre takes open dunks. Ty Baller said, for real, at least the very least he takes those. Kyle Stakes says, yeah, let's squash that we needed KD narrative. Kyle Stakes also says, yeah, he takes the open dunks and he has a 50% chance to take open floaters. June 28th, July says, Dime, what do the Mavs need? A better center and a second star for Luka. One that can guard, though. They can't get another defensive liability, and that's the problem. Luka's not a very good defender. So you're going to need – he's a point guard that – it's kind of like Magic, actually, in that sense. He struggles laterally with certain guys that are quick, and he's going to need some better defenders. But his second stars can't be a guy that doesn't guard, like not Bradley Beal or something like that. What about Zach LaVine? Can he do it? Will he be pick and roll too? I don't know. Kyle Stick says, and if he's given a wide open half court space worth of an open three, that's when he takes it. Ty Baller said, hey, not the biggest fan of the Warriors, but definitely got to respect the way they dropped the super team BS and got right back to where they wanted to get. Facts. I've respected a lot. Ty Baller said, the only thing that made me strongly dislike the Warriors was KD. He's gone, so we cool. Kyle's take says, yeah, we need that fourth ring. I hope we don't blow it. With KD or not, we still champs and wishing we can do it again. 10:57, Edwards said, criticizing the Mavs right now is like criticizing the 2019 Clippers for not beating the Warriors. I can't criticize the way they play, brother. You think they're supposed to lose in the sweep? Come on, man. We don't have Luka. Ethan said, should Mavs consider using Marquise Chris? He's been a couple years in the Warriors system. If you're throwing him in now, that means you're out of ideas, bro. Maybe. Ty Baller says, Edward, that's a nasty take. Even Clippers in 2019 took 2 games off of them and didn't blow a lead. Rather had a historical comeback. This is the Western Conference Finals. We expect competitive games from the best. Facts. Ty Baller's spitting tonight. How old are you, Ty Baller? Ty Baller says of the conference, is it too much for them to not get swept? Yeah, bro, your boy can't win a game? Can't win a game? Time, what level did you play at Rec League High School Club? DM me about that. Would you put Dirk top 25 all time? I have to sit down and make a list. Probably, though. Andrew M. said, what's up, Andrew? He said, this Warriors run reminds me of the Lakers run in 2020. How come? Mikey T says, what's up, Mikey? He said, conference finals haven't been that competitive for the past few years. Why do you think that? Are we not counting bubble ball? Because that Heat Celtics series was competitive. Hey, man, you doing my Clippers like that? Games 2 and 4 were really close last year. It's just that we had injuries. So I don't agree with this take. Ben Flores says, Golden State Warriors look great. They have a great chance of winning it all. Facts. What's up, Ben Flores? Never seen you before. Jordan Francis, what's up, Jordan? He said, hey, Dime, how you doing? I'm doing really well, bro. How about you? By the way, guys, let me ask you this, okay? Since there's 22 of you guys in here, tell me which light you guys like better. This one that I'm having right now or this one that I usually do. Damn. And there's this one. There's 3 of them. This one. This is A. Ready? A. This is A. This is the warm light. B. This is C. I think it's like normal. This is the cool light I use tonight. Doesn't feel like they're not that different, right? Ty Baller says 2019 Eastern Conference Finals, 2020 Eastern Conference Finals, 2018 Eastern Conference Finals, and Western Conference Finals, 2021 Western Conference Finals, 2019 Western Conference Finals. Yes, they have been competitive more than not. Doesn't need 7 games to be competitive. Yeah, it's true. You're spitting again. Golden State Warriors have a dynasty in the late 2010s, says Jordan Francis. Ooh, yes. Accidentally added the even the yes. Top Rivers, what's going on, brother? Have you been getting top lately? Says Lakers last pro sports team to three-peat. Don't forget. That's facts. Oh, I didn't talk about it in the live because it's basketball only right now, but I got to give a shout out to Man City for winning the league. 4th title in 5 years. I'm really pissed that Chelsea Didn't even compete for the league this season. We have such a problem scoring goals. It's so annoying. We don't create enough chances. We've lacked a creative midfielder since we gave Fabregas away. Injuries with Reece James and Ben Chilwell hurt us because our wingbacks actually are big-time creators for us. And now Rudiger's out the door. And we lost 2 cup finals on penalties to Liverpool. So it was just a disgraceful season. I was so disgusted. Lukaku and his ridiculousness going to Sky Sports Italy and ruined. It was awful. But Man City, 4 titles in 5 years. That's a dynasty right there. Liverpool, just like 2019, 1 point away, or like on the last day of the season, not getting it done. And in what epic fashion Man City did it in today, scoring 3 goals, being down 2-0 in like 10 minutes. Man, Kevin De Bruyne, unbelievable. Best player in the league for me. Had a great bounce back season. I mean, last year was injured a lot, but Liverpool, Real Madrid, Champions League next weekend. It's going to be fun. But damn, I'm just so disappointed Chelsea's not competing for the league. And now we have new ownership. It's going to be crazy. So I wonder. But congrats to Man City. It's been unreal. It's just crazy they don't win the Champions League, which is like a stain on there. Like, to me, a little bit of a stain. They haven't been able to win that, especially because they choke every time. Andrew M says, KD under 23 or Luka under 23? I like Luka. I like his confidence a little bit more and his passing ability. But it's a great debate. Mikey T says, at Ty Baller, meant the Western Conference Finals might be. Okay. The 2018, 22 was amazing. 20 last year wasn't bad, bro. Top River says, bro, you can't hate on Luka, bro. He doesn't have the help, man. Why is being honest about the way he plays hating? What's wrong with you guys? Why are you guys so sensitive? I just don't think I don't agree with the do no wrong because he puts up decent stats, bro. That shit's, y'all never been the best player on a court before and feel guilty about dribbling so much? Because I did. Maybe I care too much. That was one of my flaws in basketball. I needed more Luka in me, hold on to the ball, and want to pass it to guys at the end of the shot clock. Okay, I'm being mean. That was mean. But Kyle Stick says, I think C's win game 4. They better. Blowing out the Suns in 2 straight games is not luck. Yes, thank you. 11:09. Oh, it's been the live. Okay. Hey, Mikey T. Mikey T says, I'm a Mavs fan. Luka definitely had help. LOL. Who do you think poses a bigger threat to the Warriors? Celtics or Heat? Celtics. What's up, Mikey T? Sorry for your loss, Mikey T. Ty Baller says, I can definitely see your point, Mikey T. I won't lie that they've all been peak competition, but in my eyes, I think we've seen more competitive battles than not in the Western Conference Finals as of recent. Kyle Stakes says, Celtics can be harder for us. Ty Baller says, also sorry you're having to experience this series, Mikey T. This has to be a far cry from 2011. I mean, come on. Mikey T says, I just wanted to make it out of the first round, to be honest. I didn't think we had a chance against the Suns. I was just excited to see this young team in the Western Conference Finals against the Warriors. The issues with Luka/team construction do become more glaring once you reach this level, though. So some of it is concerning, but I'm still overall optimistic. I told you guys you can't win championships playing this style. Not with no stars. That's not going to happen. Jacory Mars says, Edward has Clippers logo, but defending Luka. Oh, my God. Have you seen his Twitter profile picture? Top River says, Westbrook is terrible. Monk is better. Yeah, Monk. Let's not talk about Lakers, guys. Capital L. They've been fishing, and we're going to keep them fishing. Andrew M says, Wiggins would be a perfect fit on the Mavs. Sure. Cameron Aselli says, who do you think matches are better against the Warriors? I already answered that. Good thing I'm a Clipper fan, says Edward. Suspect cheering for the Mavs the way you do, though. Kyle Stick says, wait, who was your title fave? Boston or Golden State? Boston. I'm still sticking with Boston. Mikey T says, Levine got the body to defend, but I don't know if he will buy in. Would definitely be fun to watch him and Luka play together, though. Yeah, fair. Kyle's take says the Celtics will be a tougher matchup for us. Tybus is 18? Wow, you got great knowledge, bro. Andrew M says even Jokic won a game. C. He likes C? What? Really? This one? Cameron Aselli says, Brad, Clippers 2019 was a 1v8, not a 3v4. Yeah, exactly. Real new money. Chris is right. Light is everything. What are you thinking, though, Edward? Give me an opinion. I'm glad the Prem over United was an embarrassment. Yeah, it was. It really was. Andrew M says, thoughts on Mbappe using Real as leverage to become the sporting director of PSG. Insane. I just don't fuck with it because I want him to go to a better league than that. And it's like, you want to be the best player in the world? Like, I don't know. He's generous. He's set for life now, but like, I don't really mess with it. Edward says, PSG dirty oil money. Top Rivers says, played a little soccer with my girlfriend at the park the other day. She's terrible. Damn, I feel you, bro. Top Rivers. So you're actually getting some top. Nice. John Lance. What's up, bro? A long time no see. Luka's actually a dirty-ass player if y'all really watch. I don't know about all that, but I forgot to talk about how emotional he got one time. He was like slapping down. Remember he took out Moses Moody's legs? Edward says Marcus Morris really helped this Dallas team. They should think about it. Are you being sarcastic? I think it'd actually help. Top River says, let's go Heat. I'll say that. Yes. Mikey T says, you think Prem will even be close next year with Holland joining City? Maybe not. Ty Baller says, W stream, by the way. Appreciate you, bro. Mikey T says, I wanted Mbappe to come to Madrid, but I respect the insane power moves. Yeah. John Len says, Jokic is too. Jokic is what? Andrew M says, Ronaldo needs to leave United and go back to Real. Oh, my goodness. John Len says, sorry, Dad, I've been really busy. Top River says, haha, yeah, man, I'm living decent over here. Any last questions, boys? 21 minutes. I'm sorry, 21 people. Throw some likes, by the way, guys. Throw some likes on the stream right now. I can't see them because I'm not on YouTube, but throw some likes on that thing. And make sure to comment on this video when I end it for the algorithms, boys. Gotta need it. Let's get this video to 300 tonight. Let's get it to 300. Night Dime Lights good now. What do you mean? Oh, really? So this is the favorite one? All right, hold on though, guys. There's 23 people in here. Guys, if you're being quiet, come out wherever you are and give me a comment. Are you serious? Jokic is dirty, bro. Y'all got to watch. Oh, that's what you're talking about, Jokic. Is Butler players next game? What? Shaq under 23 or Luka? I got to watch the film. Mikey T says Tatum got a bounce back game tomorrow. He needs to. All right, ready? All you guys need to comment. Ready? A, the cool light. B, the warm light. Or C, the neutral light. Ready? Go. 22 people. I want to see at least 15 different people starting after this last comment by Mackie T. Let's go. All right, let's go. Before 1:08 p.m., I got to see it. 15. And I need likes on deck. You feel me? And also, if you have $1 a dime. Oh, yes. Let's go. Let's go. Look at you guys. Cameron, that's one. What's your favorite Clipper jersey you own? My Elton Brand jersey. Top River says, is Butler playing next game? I don't know. What do you think I am? Light doesn't matter. Get the fuck out of here, Andrew M. Okay, June 28, July says 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 4 different people. All right, C, B, John Lentz says. Mikey D says B, but there's not much of a difference. Top River, forget that. Top River, they reported he's playing game 4 on Twitter. Don't know if it'll change. I like it right now. B, C, the Assassin King. Who the hell is that? C, the brighter the better. Okay, neutral light. Wow, I'm getting a lot of neutral light. You are less ugly with B. Oh, come on, man. Hey, better stop talking crazy before I sneak up on your girl. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The Assassin King B. Ty Baller says C. Okay, you guys like B and C, so not A. What's the chance for Miami winning tomorrow? Yeah, I think that's a good percent. Here, let me see how many different comments there were there. Cameron, Top, Andrew M, June 28, July, John Lentz, Mikey T, Ty Baller, that's 7, Kyle, that's 8. Assassin King, that's 9. Edward, 10. There's 10 in different ones. I need 5 more. Guys, I said 15. So everybody that I just named, no comments. Come on, guys. I need some more. Metro Boomin wants some more. Come on. 5 of them. Let's go. I know there's some people that I've never commented. Come on now. Come out wherever you are. Show some love, because I'll show you some love. I did not see the Dodgers today, Top Rivers. Same old suspects. Mikey T says Boston been bunching back all playoff long. Let's see if they do that tomorrow. Kyle's take says the thing for me about the Celtics is that sometimes they show inexperience, like Game 5 versus Bucks and yesterday. Yeah, it's true. Ty Baller said, honestly, I have 65% Miami. Not going to give Boston anything under 35 because they're a dangerous team after losses. All right. Any last words, gentlemen? So we didn't get to our goal. We only got 10 commenters there. So I want 15, even though there's 20 people in the stream right now. I don't know what you're doing. It's all guys. So you guys should not be jacking off. All right, that's enough for me tonight. Peace out, y'all. Mikey T, 100%, but they came back after that Game 5, which is impressive. That loss seemed demoralizing at the time. All right, guys, 108. That's a long time. Appreciate y'all. Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure y'all comment on the video when I end it. Make sure, please. Algorithms, we need them. Let's build. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers, man. Don't you guys want a little company? Boston never lost 2 straight this playoffs. Facts. Top River says, bro, Muncy made an error to lose the game. Brass Muncy? Andrew M said Lowry was a game changer in Game 3. Yes, he was. Dime just doesn't want to admit it. I think he was. You guys, you Raptors fans just love this fool. Like, you act like he's freaking, like he's Chris Paul or something. I'd be hella disappointed as a Celtics fan if he lost to Butler after beating Giannis and KD. I feel you, Mikey T. Cameron Silly, bro, how do you feel about Stat Muse? The Twitter page or their actual website? Kyle Stick says, yeah, facts. Andrew M. Like and subscribe. Yes, sir. Top Rivers. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a great night. To answer your question, though, Cameron, if you want to ask me both, I like the website. The Twitter page is weird. Clickbait. Anyway.